Skatosis episode number 150. Dun-dun-dun. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Skatosis. I'm your host, Drew Domkus.
I'm Aaron Monty.
And Skatosis is the condition of being consumed and obsessed by all things skateboarding. And the only known cure, which the only one I've found so far, is just more skateboarding.
More skateboarding.
More skateboarding. Dude, congratulations on 150 episodes.
Thank you, dude. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much, man. I think it's a pretty big milestone.
100. I mean, this was my next one, right? It was 50, 100, 150.
150.
And then, what was the last one? Million? It was 150 to million.
And then a million?
Yeah.
I think, definitely 200 would be another. 250 is another. Mm-hmm. And then I think
every 50.
No. Up until that point, I think at 3, then I think you would, every 100 would be pretty big. Or, maybe from 3 to 5.
Mm-hmm. 150 to a million.
It's a lot of work, is what I'm trying to say. And
yes.
Thank you for being a part of it.
Thank you, dude.
Because it's easy to be like, let's just not do it this week.
Mm-hmm.
Without having anybody really supporting us or no overlord cracking a whip, putting a schedule together. You know what I mean? And so I think it's pretty cool that we've been able to come this far and keep at it.
And sometimes I feel like if we had a cracking of a whip, I feel like sometimes I would fuck up and be like, I can't do this.
Right, possibly. Can you get closer to that mic?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. 150 episodes. I want you closer to that mic. See the level. That's what I want to see.
Again, I said I nailed it talking on the mic when we were just all hanging out before the show.
I know, but there's been podcasts that come and go that just never even make it past 20.
Yeah,
and they're just they're done.
Yeah. Some
people do seasons, which is a weird thing to me.
Mm-hmm. I think more and more I've been okay with. I mean, I want it constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this the other day of podcast fans are insatiable. They just
are.
cannot. Yeah,
they
and
are.
I'm that way that I'm just I just want to binge on all this.
I do.
The seasons thing, it does get slow burn. They do seasons, and they did Nixon and Clinton.
I mean, if you've got a specific topic that you're really trying to make an arc over, I suppose, but some shows that just stop and then start again and call it I just don't understand. There's no point in it. Really.
Yeah.
There's no real reason.
Yeah.
There's also no rules.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
you can
let them do that if they want, whatever. I'm just saying, I've never understood that as a podcaster.
Do you think majority of podcasts are once a week? That's what it seems like to me. All the ones I listen to, except for Slow Burn, are once a week.
Actually, some of the ones I listen to are once a day. And then...
Every day?
Yeah, the Corolla one I listen to probably the most. And it's it's 2... They cut it into 2 shows, and it's every day. They put out 5 a week.
Holy, that's incredible.
I know, and it's hard to keep up with. And what they do is they start removing them from the feed because they want you to go to their archive app.
Sure.
So you can see them all. So if I don't listen to them in time, they start to disappear from my feed because I have a playlist of the most recent.
Mm-hmm. So that's what Comedy Bang Bang does too.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I understand that, but because I listen to other shows too, I don't get to them in time a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much to listen to.
Mm-hmm. The funny thing is the ones that, because notoriously hate paying for shit.
Yeah.
So all the Doughboys and If I Were You, all these other ones, I'll just listen over and over.
Are those
all the old
those are
ones
comedy ones or what are they?
I would say Comedy Bang Bang, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Improv stuff. Doughboys is about fast food, but it's 2 comedians, and those 2 have also been worked on Comedy Bang Bang show. They're all kind of attached in some way. Another one is these mostly all comedians. 2 comedians that do people write in, they give advice. But
I don't listen to too many comedians, I guess. I mean,
oh, really?
I mean, Corolla's more of a radio show. They got multiple people.
But
there's a lot of interviews.
Considered a comedian?
He is. Yeah, he is. But I'm just saying it's not a comedian show. It's more of a radio format.
Sure.
And then Joe Rogan is just interviews. Sometimes he's interviewing comedians.
Yeah. His are so interesting because he interviews so many different people.
Yeah, and they're really cool conversations. I can't listen to them all. They're so long.
Yeah. They're so long, and again, we were talking about he's over 1,000.
Yeah, and that's
there's
that's
so
what we were
many.
getting at earlier. Is that like the Dawn and Drew show? We've not put a show out in months now.
Mm-hmm.
But like the next one, I think is 1,082 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
You
it took
guys were firing them out.
it took a while, but we were doing them 5 a week.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
and then,
insane.
but as soon as like it became not a job,
Mm-hmm.
then we slowed down.
Yeah,
Just
and that's what I mean. Maybe if we had that structure,
mm-hmm.
maybe it and obviously if we were living closer, that's the biggest thing,
dude.
right?
If we lived closer, I would want to do it more often. I think. And,
yeah,
You know, I've considered doing more of like a video type format just because, although we end up with our own video content, you know,
Yeah.
it's different than any other video podcast, I guess you would say, just because our content is the skating we're about to go do today.
for sure.
So I kind of like that.
Somebody asked me at work yesterday.
Yeah.
I think they just asked me like these holiday plans. This guy's the nicest dude ever. He bought us pizza. Nicest dude ever. He was asking me weekend plans. And I was saying I was going skating,
Yeah.
like we always do. And I told him about the podcast.
Yeah.
It surprised. I mean, he's in his 40s, right? But it surprises
Young
me
buck.
so many people still don't know what podcast is.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, I'd love to do a podcast on when I go like trout fishing. And he asked me if we do it with a GoPro, and I'm like, I don't think it's an audio media.
It is. It's convoluted, man. Super
Yeah.
convoluted. Because it's not simple to access, and usually the simple access points of a podcast is not through the podcast mechanism.
Yeah. Well, I think
Because-
I just think people are so accustomed to video. Like when I said
know.
podcast, the first thing he said was, "Do you do it with a
YouTube.
GoPro?"
I know that you think YouTube, but it's like YouTube is not a podcast. I mean, I get it. I could go on and on. This is a skateboard podcast that we don't need to talk about podcasting so much, but I could go on and on and on. But I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
which is the only real reason why I create a video version so that more people can get access to it.
Yeah, listen to it.
Because
And I think
ideally, you're subscribed through iTunes or whatever your podcast app is, and you're hearing it that way. But if you do want to see us skating, go check us out on Facebook or YouTube.
It's crazy
Or
how
Instagram, dude. I can put the IGTV videos in there now.
much. There's so many podcasts. It's crazy how niche it kind of still is. Is like if you have a podcast app, like that's still weird to people because they don't have podcast apps.
Well, the thing is like it hasn't hit mainstream enough where it's automatically installed. Although if you get an iPhone, you get a podcasting app. I mean, that is the closest
Well, you
to
can
mainstream.
also get podcasts on Spotify.
But I'm
and-
saying it comes on the app,
Sure.
the device itself
Sure.
that's baked in. So that is the most mainstream it is.
It's wild because there's so many podcasts though.
Yeah, they come
There's
in, they go.
thousands
What
of-
happened to that
yeah.
No Coping podcast? He put so much work into that one episode. It's been
Yeah.
years. Where are you, dude?
Well, he's working on the next one.
I guess, but come on, jeez.
2 years.
How do you even call that a
episode.
podcast? It's just not.
Well, it is. It is a podcast.
It was one episode of a podcast. That, like,
It was a podcast.
I guess I'm just saying. It's like I want to hear more of that. It's like, come on, come on.
Yeah, you're insatiable. I told you. Podcast fans just cannot get enough. And I'm the
guess.
same way.
So speaking of podcasts and speaking of anniversaries and speaking of it being 150, dude, I got you a couple of surprises. I know you've already seen this, so
I saw it.
I was thinking of like, oh, should I film your reaction? Should I do this or that? And I was just like, I just wanted you to enjoy it.
Now knowing my reaction, I
Yeah.
wish we did.
Yeah, I was thinking of it, but I didn't get that prepared. But I've got this this clip here that I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna play it for us here. But I think in post, I'll put a nice clean version of it in the audio,
We'll get it clean.
and then you'll see it in the video for sure. But check this out.
Yo, I want to give a major shout out and congratulations to Old Dude Skate Co. and Skatosis podcast with Drew and Aaron for reaching 150 episodes. That is no easy feat. I think we're only on like episode 80 on the 9 Club Experience, so y'all got us beat. But no, man, I love to see it. You know, I love to see the positivity in skateboarding right now. I love to see the podcast game stepping up. I love to see everybody out here winning, going for it, getting it, just taking it all and, making it our own. You know, we all we got. We got to do it on our own. Ain't nobody else going to do it for us. So let's keep getting it. Cheers to 150, and here's to the next 150. I'll see y'all at 300. Peace.
Peace. Did he actually
Shout
say his
out
name?
Steezuz.
I don't think he actually said his name. Now that I've listened to it so many times, I'm like, wait, does he say his name?
I still think he did.
Steezuz
but
Christ, dude.
Steezuz
Thank
Christ.
you so much for doing that. It's
He's
like,
a fucking G.
So I did use the app Cameo. It's not like he's my buddy, but I want him to be my buddy.
He's my buddy.
He's your buddy.
Yeah.
But I just appreciate that he's available to do this kind of thing. He's a podcaster. Like, there's a bunch of skateboarders I could have chose. Mm-hmm. And Dawn was going to actually surprise me for 150, but she didn't know who to pick. And so she was torn as to, like, who should she pick? Who should she pick? And so then she showed me. And I'm going through the list. I'm like, oh, dude, Steezuz has got it. He's a fellow podcaster. So that's why I really went that route.
And we love Steezuz.
Absolutely. Love Steezuz. I love his whole vibe. I love everything he's got going on. All his, I mean, he's a hustler and he's a podcaster.
And he's a great interviewer.
And he's a skateboarder. Great interviewer. So he was absolutely my first choice out of all of those skateboarders on that list. And he came through. That was really cool. Wearing a 9 Club shirt. That's really
Representing.
cool. Representing. But here's the thing. I got 2.
We got 2 camis.
I got 2 cameos. So let me show you the second one here. Where'd it go? Ready for this?
What's up, guys? It's Beagle 1, and I want to congratulate the Old Dude Skate Company and the Skatosis podcast with Drew and Aaron for releasing their 150th episode. Great work out there, guys. Spreading positivity and discussing what matters the most, skateboarding. Great work. Much love. Thank you for all your hard work, and keep at it. Thank you very much. Boop, boop, boo.
Beagle 1. Love that, dude. Boop, boop, boo. Dude, I so many times now I hook up with all of our buddies and we all do that still. Boop, boop, boo. And that's because of Beagle 1. Dude, I picked Beagle 1 second because I feel, at least out of that list of people, that I feel a connection with him because of how he does his whole trip. The filmer / skater / creator. You know, this guy's a media maker.
Yeah.
You know, so I kind of felt that connection with him, and I love Beagle. And so that's why I chose him.
This is a good transition, and I wasn't even going to bring this up this week. This is a good transition into, have you seen any of the Beagle tapes that have been coming out?
I think I started watching the first one, but I saw it wasn't from him. And so I was wondering who was putting those out.
No, it's Hijinks Network.
Oh, was it? So I have not seen them all. I think I saw
Okay.
the first one.
Okay. It's just and I think the first video shows he like pans.
Okay.
And it's like A to B. It's like not Tupperware, but like big like crates.
Oh, yeah.
You saw
all the tapes.
There's
dude.
probably thousands and thousands of tapes.
So they're just going to keep on coming out.
Yeah.
But I know
And the
they
most
just started
recent
coming out
one-
this week, right?
Yeah, I think this week,
Yeah,
last
it's kind
week.
of coincidence. What is that all about?
Yeah, that's cool.
That is
good
cool.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
a really good transition. Segue.
Good. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We should ride one of those in a bowl. The one that just came out was Chad Muska
Oh, cool.
in a wild.
Oh, no, I'll
outfit.
definitely. You know what? I don't think I'm subscribed to that channel, but I see it popping up in here and there. So I'll check
He was
that out.
wearing like.
But dude,
this
I just want to say
totally-
thanks again to Beagle and
Oh,
Steezuz
hell yeah.
for those cameos.
That's so rad.
Dude, it's
Thank
pretty-
you, dude.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
All right.
This is us, man. This is a team effort.
Not the movie.
What do you mean?
This is us.
This is no. Are you good?
We're not talking about that.
What?
The amount of dead air
I know.
on 150. That might have been the most.
We're gonna make it the most awkward.
Oh,
No,
that's the question I was going to
I
ask
know.
you.
I was waiting for your question.
I couldn't remember what I was going to ask you. Of all those people,
Yes.
and I was going to ask you this last week, because this came up. I showed Joe, I set up that new board I got, Jordan Taylor.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, he's one of my favorite skaters. And Joe was like, I've literally never heard that name. So then I'm like, well, I guess favorite skater is Andrew Reynolds. Like,
That's your favorite?
If I would have to say like top dude, Andrew Reynolds. And she's like, I've never heard that either. And I'm like, well, that is it. So
Have
my
you ever had
question
a
is-
Reynolds board?
Let's talk off air.
Oh
I
no.
don't- Baker boards are too.
I get it. If you can't
Are
ride
too
the
mellow.
if you can't ride the board, the shape, I understand that.
I always, you know what board I always did want though, and I still do. Like at this point, a wall hanger. There was a Baker board when I was like 13, like just getting into it. That was the egg, and it said, "This is your brain on Baker." And I think they re-released it
Okay.
later on. I still
That's
want to
pretty
get that. Yeah, I thought that was so rad. And I always loved Andrew Reynolds' Atlanta one, where it was just the big A.
I don't
I
know
always
if I've
thought
seen
that
that.
was. I think I remember that. Like
Is that a Baker one or is that on Birdhouse?
that was a Baker one.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the giant. I
'Cause
wonder if maybe they. No, it was Baker.
Because most of the Baker stuff is that font. And just
yeah,
big words.
I mean, this was like
in the before they got that style.
2005 or 6 or something. Yeah, I mean, they were still the Baker, like that thing came out first, but a different because the Atlanta Braves, it's just a big A.
Yeah,
they just did that on the board, and it was like Andrew, like A for Andrew.
I don't remember seeing those. Did you see that Cream's got a bunch of the neck face boards?
Yeah, very cool. I like the Cater one where he's like opening her. Like the mom's eyes to like watch. Also, have you seen?
We got to get back to your question. I don't think you finished
it. Have you seen the new Cater and Tyson Peterson board on Baker?
Oh no, I don't think
Tyson Peterson board. It's Tyson's body, like sitting. He has his nails painted, thrift clothes.
Okay.
Mike Tyson face. It's so good.
That's pretty good.
And then the Cater board is like Cater as like. Oh, fuck, I think he's like a girl in like a dress, like crying. He has like pigtails. They're so good.
Really? No, I haven't seen those at all.
I'll show him after the show.
All right. So go ahead.
Good.
What's your
question? So my question is, who is your overall favorite skater?
My overall favorite skater.
I think I would have, growing up, it was like, for me,
I've got a long span of time to go through.
Absolutely.
To pick one.
But I mean, I could too. I could go all the way back.
But you pick Andrew Reynolds.
I pick Andrew Reynolds because I think, still, I can always watch his. I mean, all these dudes, right? All of them rip.
Right.
So it's hard.
But I got to pick one.
And I skated with him in the seawall in Chicago. Didn't get my trick. He of course did. But I remember skating with him and Spanky on that seawall in Chicago, and that was pretty rad.
Dude, there's so many to pick from.
I'll say this.
Like, I could go way back, or do I go somebody young who's done as much as that older person would have done, but they're progressing even further.
Well, I guess like who when you think, and maybe it's Lance Mountain, who would you think like really influence you? Like when I think about it, I'm like, oh, Andrew Reynolds, like
your main
up
influence.
Skating was like seeing him and like, holy shit, this is the dude. And like when Stay Gold came out, it was just like, this is the fucking and you knew it already. He was already a legend, but it's like he put in he worked out for years. Yeah. He ate healthy. He's like, I'm gonna get OCD and just fucking do this.
You don't really get it. It gets you.
Yeah, but he did an interview that he like that video is the only time he had that crazy OCD.
That's weird.
Was like he's like, I just need
to over stressed himself into it.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. He did that for us.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man, because I think initially it's basically it's like who's my main influence, really?
I guess so. I mean, who's your favorite if I would ask you who's your favorite skater? Who's like
God, but there's so many on so many levels, dude. It's so hard to pick just one. I keep thinking the Gons is what I keep thinking. That's what I keep going back to.
That's a great choice. That's a great
just
choice.
Because of like being a kid and watching this guy like invent everything on the street and just doing things that nobody's ever done and being so comfortable on vert and street and just comfortable.
An ATV
without
and now
like
you growing up and seeing him still in it
and still being in it.
Yeah,
because all these new guys that I'm really into that I watch Winkowski, but they've seen it all. These things hadn't been done when Gons was doing it. He was like a painter. Like him and Nadas was like, they were just inventing it all. As much as Rodney was doing all the flips and flat ground stuff. I wasn't.
But I mean, even Tony.
I wasn't so much into the flat ground then. Obviously I was aware of Rodney and the Bones Brigade and all that kind of stuff. But
Guy Mariano.
You know what? I never focused too much on Guy Mariano. I never really.
Well, that's just another.
Right.
Dudes.
But I'm just saying, I'm a few years older than him. He went to my junior high. I don't think he went to the same high school. We have similar friends, and I know that I must have interacted with him at least once or twice. But I didn't know him as a skateboarder through life until my later life. Is what I'm saying.
When you were out there, like, what age were you at?
That's what I mean. When I was 18, he was probably 14 or 13 or whatever that age gap is. He was, we weren't in the same school. But so like I didn't really find out about him as being a really world-class skateboarder until way later in life.
Yeah.
As opposed to like learning about him when he first came out and following his trajectory. I just wasn't there.
Sure.
But So I wouldn't even consider him that at all. He would be more of an influence way after the fact.
Yeah.
Whereas
I guess I'm not saying as an influence. I'm just saying
I know.
like he was early dude out there. If you're talking about like all those dudes.
Yeah, I'm trying to pinpoint like who would that be though still in my life when I'm thinking I think it's Gonz and Nadas almost as a pair because of the things that they were doing as I was getting skateboards and going to the shops.
You got to pick one.
One?
I always had a thing growing up where like I liked making like lists of like top 5 movies.
Yeah.
Top 5 skaters were always like Reynolds, and I guess it's I always like the nicknames, so it was always like Lizard King, the Boss, the Chief. I'm not remembering the rest of them, but it was like those. Oh, I guess Eric Costin was on that list.
Yeah,
but like those. But then I also like. It's a funny thing of like I met Eric Costin.
Yeah,
and it was like him in like pinnacle of his career, and he just like blew off people and went and sat in the van. And, like, you never know what's going on with people, right?
Sure.
But as a kid, so, like, meeting him and then meeting Jamie Thomas and being like, don't you regret your tattoos? And, like, just both of them getting down on me. I'm like, well, Andrew Reynolds is the best.
You know what? I'm changing it.
Are you saying
my
Andrew
absolute favorite skateboarder is Eric Winkowski.
Wow.
It is. He's my favorite because I keep thinking about it. I'm like, I had a Gonz board as a kid. I'm sitting next to 2 Eric Winkowski boards. I don't buy pro boards. I just haven't. I made my own. I made ODS and Skatosis boards. The first board I bought, well, the first board that was ridden was from you, but the first board I bought is the same dude.
Cruz, yeah.
So I am supporting my favorite pro. So that is it.
Well, I guess, I mean, me saying like...
Gonz is my biggest influence.
Sure.
Winkowski is my favorite skater. For sure right now.
And I guess
could
say, too, is like, again, you keep so many people off the list because there's so many good people.
I know. Don't even say any other names because I'll change my mind.
Yeah. I was just going to say, like, now, like, the board I'm writing, like, Jordan Taylor, I wanted to specifically get... I was
Who's
stoked that... I've never heard that name. I was stoked that Jordan Taylor's... Because I remember the night before we went to surf, I was looking at weekend boards, and I saw those graphics, and I'm like, oh, Jordan Taylor's board looks sick, and it's a big board.
Yeah.
So, like, I was stoked that Surf had Jordan Taylor. Like, I specifically wanted it because of him.
Dude, I've been watching all the old Monos with Eric Winkowski. I watch all his old... I rewatch his stuff. I would just watch an interview with you. So I'm totally hooked on Winkowski.
Yeah.
His 6-packs, all his stuff. I love his style. I love how I want to bend down further. Like he makes me want to like crouch down. His early grabs don't look like early grabs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love that whole style.
He's very subtle with the early grabs.
Totally. Because there's such a fine line even sometimes between early and late. But
and doesn't it seem like it wasn't like we've been in skating now for so long, right? Finger on the pulse.
Yes.
He just came out and was like, "Oh, this dude can skate transition," and then just like Am Scramble just blew up.
Yeah,
just went off and was like, "Oh, this is the fucking."
He was a Woodward kid, I think, too, though.
Oh, really?
I remember seeing him at Woodward. I think when he was younger,
being like, "Oh, that's the dude that can like do ho-hos." I don't think so. He seems like older than that generation.
I remember seeing him younger there and learning some of those things. I'll have to look it up. I'll try to track that down.
Okay.
Because I'll be a bigger fan.
Yeah, but I feel like
I would love to meet that dude. I would love to hang out with him.
Yeah.
I would love for him to just chill here and skate the barn, fire, camping. You know what I mean? He's that dude.
He's that dude. I feel like it's been like 2 years, and it just like he just like blew up. It was like, oh, that's the dude that can do the ho-ho.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, he can fucking do everything.
He can do way more than that. I love it when he just doesn't bring it out until like the end because he's got so many other awesome tricks.
Well, now he's doing fucking like ho-ho finger flips.
Yeah.
He's doing ho-ho.
The eggplant 540s and the 360. Like he does all those crazy variations.
I love when he skates.
All the lean stuff. He does that one sow flip, then reverse sow flip before he comes down.
Oh my God.
Remember that one?
Great transition into let's talk about this fucking globe snake.
Dude.
What was it? Snake Dude, the first thing I want to, my notes is
Yeah.
just Ronnie.
Ronnie, dude, he's a beast. It's like with his new kneecap, he's like, oh, they fixed that? Pff, I'll break something else.
He's
Let's
bionicle.
try to break something.
His leans, his
So good. Yeah, the sow flip.
sow flips.
Dude.
He was
a
the whole
beast.
video was like Ronnie came out, it was like and then other dudes like just chilling, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, Ronnie's back.
He's back.
and just going.
And he's got the best frontside in. Come on. Stop it. Tootie.
This dog's going nuts.
She is. It's almost time to eat and they know it.
Oh, baby,
Stop it, Tootie.
baby.
His eggplants, dude, and his frontside inverts.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
so good. But man, Chris Russell, did you see him take his shoulder out?
And then Ronnie put it in.
Yeah, he yanked it out and put it back in.
That was fucking gross.
That was gnarly.
He kept skating after that.
I think so.
This
He's a beast.
this is why I wanted to talk about this. My note was Ronnie, and then my second note was this reminds me so much of a barn session.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is like a barn session
Although
with
we don't
less
we don't
decorum.
snake. We don't snake.
Right, with less decorum.
But the crazy thing, when it first started, you see the guys, I think, accidentally do doubles under over.
Dude, that was totally accidental.
That was crazy.
That, like, Boom Boom Hug Jam,
Yeah.
they had to practice that over and over.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
That
Anytime you do any kind of
happened in
doubles,
that moment.
dude, that was intense. I liked how, Chris Russell it was almost like the ramp, the lower part just didn't exist. It was the extensions, and then they'd come back around and hit the what do you call it? The garter bar. You know, what do you call it? The rail in the back.
Oh, I think just the back of the
It's a
ramp. 'cause
fence.
It was
No,
just
it was like the fencing. You know what I mean? It was like the backstop
yeah,
to
but
the
wasn't
deck.
it just like
Just boards.
yeah? Wasn't it just like pallets?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was
Because on
pallets.
like one side, yeah. Because Ronnie too, he was doing like
They were they wouldn't
fast
even-
plants off. Yeah.
Yeah, they were ignoring the ramp and just going
Well,
out.
it's not,
out-
I mean, that's not big enough for those two.
it was intense.
They skate.
that
They
kind
skate
of
like
session-
Portland, Washington Street shit.
I know.
That's just huge.
You imagine seeing that though in person, like that energy.
Oh my god! And like when you posted it on the board,
Mm-hmm.
I remember thinking, "Who the fuck cares about Globe?" Because Globe shoes aren't coming out.
Yeah.
Although I remember seeing, is Appleyard still on Globe? He talked about like a new one was coming out in his hoarders.
Oh,
He's like,
he
here's a
might be
sample,
then.
but I don't know if it
Yeah.
came. But anyways, I just watched it yesterday.
Okay.
You've had it up for like a week.
Yeah, it's
I
been out
just
there.
watched it yesterday, and like the whole form, it's just like Globe. They're not like a big thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other shoe companies are huge, but it's just they have a ramp in their warehouse.
Let's
They set up a
send it.
table,
Send
and they're
it.
like, "Yeah, let's invite Ronnie. Let's just fucking send it.
But,
Let him
but
go
is
crazy."
he on Converse? I mean, neither of those two guys are on Globe, are they?
No, isn't Ronnie on Vans?
That's or Vans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they both on Vans?
I
I'm not sure.
don't know.
I mean, it's more. There was way more than just those two, but those are the two guys that just stood out.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I don't think it's not like a Globe sponsored, like
Yeah.
Globe skaters. It's just like Globe's holding an event.
Right.
Invite the dudes.
It's like we gotta tear down this ramp. We gotta do this. Let's have a party.
Yeah, maybe
Something.
the dime store.
Yeah, it might have been
Just
something
fucking
like that.
chuck it at the
Whatever it
wall.
was, dude, I full on appreciated it.
I loved it.
That session was badass.
That fall though, that that was fucking.
That was rough,
nasty.
man. Because
God damn it.
I can say pads all you want, but that's not going to stop your shoulder from popping out.
And
Normally
also,
he
have you
tucks and
seen-
rolls better.
Yeah. Well, he just went. I
Yeah,
thought
it was right
when
to his
that
shoulder.
happened. I thought he went to his face. When it first happened, I'm like, I thought he was gonna get up and like this was
Yeah.
like
Gnarly.
that was fucking gross.
Jeez. Dude, this
Cody McIntyre. Have you seen like
he says he's working on a mini ramp part, is what he says.
I did see that, but he's still wearing that elbow brace.
He must have really jacked it up.
Well, I know he had surgery like 2 years in a row.
Maybe it's all just like preventative.
Yeah. I mean, remember I was wearing mine.
Maybe it's bionic.
Maybe it's bionic.
He can. It's like he's
I
got
just,
some
like,
extra control out
I
of it.
see him, and I always see him like it's,
Mm-hmm.
and it reminds me of me when I wore mine,
I think he's
where it was always like
yeah.
you
yeah.
kind of like just held it weird.
I think he's out of the toothpick phase.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah, I
him.
don't think he's got. I think he had a sponsor even for a little while.
He did. He
That
had
was-
the Pro toothpick. That's
pretty
fucking
fun.
awesome.
That's pretty funny.
You know what's funny about the elbow?
Were they made from skateboard wood?
No.
That'd be pretty cool.
No, regular tooth. It was a toothpick company.
I
so
know, but I'm just saying that'd be kind of cool.
They don't have the time. The funny thing is, because I fell on my elbow last week.
Yeah.
We're leaving. and I'm like, Cody, I'm gonna do one wall ride.
Tell me.
I just eat shit.
Yeah.
So I go down on my left elbow and my left hip.
Mm-hmm.
And just all week to make me feel better is like my right elbow, I legit like chipped the bone in my elbow and like broke that. And I had it wrapped up for what? 3 years?
Long time.
Long time.
Mm-hmm.
I can put weight on it. So like this one hurting this week.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's going to eventually go away was like the thing. Cause like if I fucked up my right elbow really bad, but I can like put weight on it now, or I can put it. The biggest thing is when I'm driving and you put your elbow down.
Oh yeah, like it gets that little knob.
This one this week because I fell on it was just like, oh yeah, that's sensitive. But it made me feel good that like how fucked up the right elbow was wearing like a wrap for years.
You've been taking your healed arm for granted.
100%. Now that the other one got like, and this one, it's good that like it's been a week and both of the bruising.
Yeah.
I mean the elbow didn't even bruise, but my hip, it's gone. Like both are better. Mm-hmm. So you know it's like, and the elbow never swelled up.
Well, that's good.
So like
I remember
felt
that day
good
you're
about
like,
it this
dude,
week.
is it swelling up?
Yeah, and
I was already done for the day. I was starting to pack up, and then all of a sudden, here you come limping around the corner.
It was
dude,
dumb.
I didn't even get to film it, whatever you were doing.
I know that's what sucks too because the
you can't
fall,
see what happened.
Dude, the fall was probably so good. I went up and I was trying, like, you know what it was too? I did a wall ride, and then I went past Cody, and I'm like, one more, and I wanted to get to the black box.
Yeah,
I'm like, I want to go up.
Max goes up and over it like every time.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Crazy.
But he's going higher. He's trying to go higher than me. You know what I mean? He's like, if I'm trying for the black box, he's going way above.
Yeah, well, him not even trying is over it.
Yeah,
it seems.
So I tried to go for that.
Yeah,
and I kicked the board out, and it was on the bottom.
That's right.
So
I
stepped back on it. I wish that got filmed because it probably looked so rad.
But those suck. I mean, stepping on a board when you're not expecting it is by far the worst.
Mm-hmm. Coming off of something and just like washing.
Can we talk about that whole day, man? So like we were supposed to record last week.
We were supposed to record last week.
We had an awesome time at Cream City, and
look, this is what I'll say.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you let everybody know why we're a week late?
This is what I'll say. I ate something and had to go to sleep, and we'll leave it as vague as that. All right, we'll leave it there.
Yeah, the plan was to go skate all day, come back, record, watch the Packers. Mm-hmm. And because of this thing you ate, the Packers lost.
The Packers lost.
Congratulations
game
to the No Mongo podcast for winning our Make Believe Beef.
I remember the first half or the first play. I remember they stopped him. Like 3 and out.
Yeah, it was bad.
And then No, they stopped 49ers 3 and out. And I'm
one
like,
time.
The first time. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. And then the Packers went 3 and out like 3 times. And I'm like, this is fucked
all right,
up.
well, I'd rather talk about my new death lens on my iPhone case.
Oh, that's what you really wanted to talk about.
That's all I wanted to talk about. I didn't even want to like shame you. But I was like, as I was thinking, let's talk about that. I was like, oh, that's right. That was supposed to be part of that last week episode.
I knew it was going to come up on the show.
Of course,
I couldn't
course.
avoid. Yeah.
Hey, I enjoyed the same thing you ate, except I just handled it better. And I skated. That was a fun day, Sunday skating. That was a fun day. I got so many tricks that it was like the Retribution board slide was by far the highlight of my day.
In 4 tries.
4 tries. Mm-hmm. So the time before, I was trying and like I could only rock and roll out of it, and I couldn't go. I'd fallen going over the edge. I just wasn't comfortable going all the way over. Mm-hmm. Dude, I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, but the first 3, you weren't on top.
Right.
You weren't like board sliding. The one you board slid was the one.
As soon as I got on it, it just kept sliding, and it just kept. It felt so perfect.
And you went into the bank like so easy.
Yeah, I just rolled into it like I knew what I was doing.
Did you like that depth lens angle?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And I loved that I had the other angle too.
Mm-hmm. Did you feel...
I want to do it longer because if you look at it, there's like 4 parking blocks and there's a seam right there. And I came into the second block, but I know it's a little tight to get enough speed to come up to the first block, but I'd like to try it even longer.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be cool.
But next weekend.
That was a good 10 foot.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's a cool board slide.
Yeah.
I think I've gone probably your same length,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little less. Other direction, going the other way.
Right.
When
and
I
then
went,
and then rocking out of it forward, right?
yeah, when I went fakie, I think was the longest one I did, because I went all the way to the end and then I came off.
Right. Yeah, because you can get onto that one early going that direction.
Yeah, going the other way.
Yeah,
but
then
I
you
think
can
I
just go the
still,
whole way.
I think going the other direction, I think I still went your same length.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't get in the beginning.
Sure. Yeah, because I come that way when I go frontside my 50s or 50s. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and you can hit that
Yeah,
easier
those
coming
are
that
fun.
direction. Yeah. The other one, it's just that staircase. You just kind of cut a carve around.
Yeah,
And that
exactly.
Manny box. Sometimes I think that Manny box is in a bad spot.
Did you see what they just did? I saw they put the spine in front of it, and they were going spine to Manny box. And
I
then they
saw
also
that.
lifted the Manny box
Yeah,
up.
did you see Noah?
Yeah.
You sent me Noah.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Noah-
They're like really goofing around with all that stuff. It looked pretty cool.
Noah's fucking out of control.
He's so
Kickflip
good.
nose Manny. Was it kickflip nose Manny and then kickflip nose Manny nollie flip? He's
know, dude.
flipping in and out of
Yeah.
Manny's and that
So
same
good.
thing, they like lifted it up on the side it was kind of like a bank almost. Like
And
a
then they've
bank
got that other
Manny pit.
wedge to the wall ride on the top of
Yeah,
the bank.
that looks insane.
I kind of want to go up and turn around on that.
I wonder if that's really like up, or if somebody just because
Yeah.
it just looks like somebody put something up there.
Yeah, but it looks like they built it for it because they also redid the spine because remember it had a big hole in it? I saw a picture where they resurfaced the spine.
Oh, I saw that. But I'm talking about the wall right.
I know, I'm saying they probably built it for it. Like, I think he was in a little building mode because I think that's a new wedge.
I get what you
and
mean.
I think they built it for that.
I did see the new wedge. It had Stella in front of it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the spine, you mean.
very cool. Yeah, the new spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting a
I know.
getting a mistaken.
But yeah, because that it got beaten up.
yeah, that was
nice
pretty
hole in
big.
it.
Well, the kickflip
Probably.
really fucked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I burned that.
That's why he
thing
posted your
down.
clip. He just wanted evidence of you smashing it.
Next time he sees me, he's like, "Can you throw me a few bucks for that?"
Yeah, but man, that even that little fisheye lens on the mini ramp, I get that board slide, the no comply tail,
yeah.
dude. That looked like I slid forever on that. That was
You think
fun.
you're gonna go no comply lips?
Yeah, maybe.
I've seen you do it.
I've tried.
before.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean now
I've
now I
seen you
could try to
do
go
'em.
into lip slide. Yeah,
Trying to do no comply tail and
Yeah,
just like
accidentally.
catching yeah.
yeah. There was a clip of Bucky that he posted, like a rock star little edit I posted on the board, and in there he does one of those no comprendes, just the full on no comply back in, like above
Isn't
coping.
it back to fakie?
No, it's a front.
Oh.
It's front side.
Has
180.
anyone done that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's like
That'd
an
be more
ex-
like a no-handed thruster. In a way, those are
No,
those
'cause
come
you're still
those
no
those start fakey. Because I think they've done thrusters with no hands. That's like fakey step off
Well, I'm saying like
know.
go up like that, but like
and revert in, or do you just mean
Like-
no comply up to fakey?
no, go up and like turn like you're doing
360.
like almost like a 360
Yeah, I
on
don't-
transition.
Yeah, that would be more like no
Isn't-
comprende revert.
Hasn't CJ done that?
Not
Just
back
no
to fakey.
comprende. He's just
Yeah.
gone like that. Yeah.
And now he goes no comply to nose blunt in.
yes,
Dude,
yes.
that's insane.
That's probably easier for him than just going straight in, though.
Right.
I would think that would be going straight in is always scarier.
It's scarier.
Catching it on coping, like you can kind of like
Yeah, you'll throw
build
your
up
shoulder
to
out
that. Jesus.
when you slam on the ground.
Jesus.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to today because we're heading to Four Seasons.
Four
and,
seasons. It's been a year. It's been over a year
yeah.
since we went.
It's crazy. And so I'm looking forward to seeing the new stuff there, but I want to film everybody with the death lens.
Yeah.
I want to film Hunter in that little mini ramp room. Mm-hmm. So
It's kind of
I'm
a-
looking forward to that.
Did you see my edit? It did get a little pixelated with that depth lens.
Yeah.
Getting it from you.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I get if it's from your phone or the camera, they're pretty clear clips.
I don't think I mean, the depth lens is high res and all mine stuff looks high. It's just the transfer between you getting it from your phone.
No, because if I get it from your phone, like the depth lens definitely did something when I got it this time. Because I've gotten other clips from you, and it hasn't changed the.
Yeah, but the lens shouldn't have anything to do with it. It's not a digital thing. It's just the glass.
I don't know. I don't know why it look. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe the.
You need to just get an iPhone so I can airdrop stuff to you. And you can shoot stuff horizontal like a
I'm
real
not
person.
Getting an iPhone.
Well, you know it is superior quality.
My phone was $90. I'm not getting an fucking iPhone.
Well, don't complain about your pixelated videos.
Fuck you, Apple.
Apple, what did they do except provide a good service?
They made an iPhone.
Yeah,
So fuck you for it. That's what I'll say.
And
Come at
and
me,
it's
Jeff
like-
Bezos. It's not him.
Like, what are you talking about? You can order it. You can order an iPhone from Jeff.
Him too, though. Come at me.
Oh my gosh.
150. I'm going off.
Did you watch Hopefuls and Nopefuls?
I did.
Oh my
I thought
gosh.
this was gonna be just a wrap up,
Dude,
and it was not.
Not at all.
No.
Like, how awesome to get more Grant Taylor footage and a shot together.
All these dudes.
All the guys, man.
And you know what's cool? You never get to see Naja and Ashad hanging out.
I know.
Them chilling.
That was cool. Mm-hmm. And even just like the silly little stuff, like when they're getting gas and they're just like bouncing around little box. Or what was with those shove it off the box things that Ashad was doing? You
I remember
those?
this.
It was almost like he would pop the board, it would board slide, or it would bonk off the toolbox or something, and then he would catch it, and it was like a bonk shove it, almost like how some of those guys do the hippie jump around a pole. He was doing that on a box, but it wasn't a hippie jump.
Where were they? I don't remember this.
It was like in a gas station, and like they had just set something out in the middle. It was like a toolbox, I thought, and he just was like bonking off of it and like I don't know. It was
don't remember
weird.
this.
It was odd.
Uh-huh.
But I was
I
like,
think
how casual is he doing this weird trick?
I think when did I watch
And then
this?
I think
This
he
was a
even
while
did
ago.
it. I think he even did it the other way. Like he did it two variations,
Like
of this,
front, back.
Yeah, this weird little like I'm just gonna roll up on this and bonk and look cool.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Man, you're gonna have to play it again for me later.
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
it's cool. Definitely, I'll show you that again because
I remember this thumbnail. I remember that him just chomping rails.
Yeah, he's that's what he does.
Yeah, that's what he does.
It's so crazy too, like how there's so many good skaters on so many high levels, but yet within their awesome range of tricks, they're just dominating or they love one specific aspect of it. Like,
Well, I think
I
that's
don't know.
great for skaters is like
but to
we
still
all
have
have our favorite thing.
yeah, but to be able to do like all these crazy rails, right? But like, I got switch trays too, or like I
for
got
sure.
all the basics.
Well,
but on my favorite is these
to be
40-foot rails.
To be a pro, you got what I mean. You got to throw down on everything.
yeah, it's
That's
just-
how it is. But I love like my favorite thing forever has been ledges.
right.
I love skating ledges. It's cool that people are also like I want to get down on if I ever can skate. If there's ever anything going on, I want to skate like a flat bar.
Yeah, well, that's totally not my vibe. Like,
No, I don't like the flat bar either. But
yeah.
ledges.
But
are
I mean,
totally,
I never even look at a ledge and be like, yeah, I'm going to spend hours on this thing. I feel like I got nothing there.
No, what do you
Although-
usually? You like 10 stairs, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yes, that is my.
Think about that too. There's people that like
King
hucking.
I love King Tubbas.
King Tubba. If I could find a King Tubba in the streets,
Yeah.
I think that would be so fun. Because you just get on and like,
Yeah, as long as you get on and you're not like tumbling into stairs, trying to catch yourself on stairs.
or you get on. What's so scary is like you get on and then you're going so fast that it like wiggles,
Right.
And then you're just like,
Yeah,
huck.
exactly. I don't know that kind of.
There's people though that like
I know.
hucking.
Look at the Jaws. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he just loves
Tommy Sandoval
Exactly.
hucks him.
Exactly.
So what is your favorite thing? Transition.
Yeah, transition for sure. Although, I mean, I guess it would have to be transition. But like when it comes to
You're like not happy about it.
well,
I
no,
guess you
because
would
I'm
have-
just thinking like when we go to a skate park or like when we go today, I'm gonna probably look for something weird and odd and grindable that's not transition per se.
Well, this is the biggest thing I want to skate today, and I know you do too. Chaz just did the kickflip
Yeah,
back tail on
totally.
it.
That
That's-
new thing.
That's all I want to skate. I've been thinking about that for months.
I kind of want to try to board slide up it.
I want to like
Where
same
he-
thing Chaz did, but like 50 it.
No, board slide. I want to try to board slide up it.
Do you want to roll on or do you want to pop on?
I think I want to pop up. I don't know though. But like looking at that, I was like, "Ooh, that kind of looks like I might want to try that today." But even
I was
popping
thinking
up
maybe
to
for
50,
you, roll up because it's got like the bank.
Yeah.
Roll up crook. You get a
Yeah.
little crook on that thing, and then
That'd
like
be-
come
yeah.
back into bang.
I'm down with trying that. That's what I mean. It's like, but is that bank considered transition?
No,
It's not,
I wouldn't
right?
consider that transition. But you also love skating, and I'm really not that way. But you love skating that mini room there.
Yeah, that-
You
totally.
love skating the like quarter bowl.
Yeah,
That's
and
like
they've got a nice little mini ramp in there too. Like
Yeah,
that,
that's what I mean.
That separate one, not the mini ramp room, but they've got that other one.
yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah.
And also you've never been in the bowl there.
No, I have.
Oh, did you? When
Didn't
we were
I?
there? I don't think you did.
No, I watched Birdhouse there.
Oh,
You're right,
yeah.
You're right. No, I never. I
Didn't
don't
they
think
just
I've ever been in
repaint it?
I'm not sure.
I think they did.
So, I mean, I think Transition is definitely my favorite, but I'm down with trying more things. But I just don't look at ledges and rails like I can do anything. But although I see some people just go up and pop a nose slide, and I'm like, maybe I could do that. Looks fun.
That's a hard trick.
I love the sliding aspect
I
of
mean,
things.
I've seen you. I think you got to throw more 50s up on boxes.
Yeah, I
'Cause
never
I've
even
seen
try.
You,
Yeah, I just
I've
don't
seen
even...
you do them. My New Year's resolution was a fakie 50 half cab flip.
Right. How close are you?
I think
On that green thing today.
I'm over it
Oh, really?
because this is what I'll say.
You've resolved your
Because
resolution.
When I tried it last week, the motion of turning one way while my right turning left while my right foot is trying to kick immediately hurts my back.
Oh, really?
Because I'm doing
This was on that ledge, right?
What
About just on flat? Just those two tricks in a row?
Well, it wouldn't be I can't do that on flat.
Why
How would I
not?
do a fakie 50 on flat?
Oh, fakie 50. I guess just a fakie. I thought you said fakie flip.
No, I want to do the
Yeah,
grind
yeah,
half cab
yeah.
flip because I can do the grind half cab 180.
Sure.
I can do that, and like I did that transition onto that little box.
Right.
I can do that easy, but doing like
But you're giving up.
because look, and I did this a few days ago, like
Yeah.
thinking about it. But I'm gonna move the mic back. But doing this,
Yeah.
and then doing this, like stretching
Yeah.
my right.
It's too much opposites.
It hurts my back right now, just like mimicking it. It's too many things.
Maybe you
from,
just
like,
need
I
to do a
stretch more.
540 double bigger flip or something.
Oh my god! So I don't know what I'm gonna try. You know what I am kind of bummed about though?
What?
They changed. I mean, I want to skate that green thing today more than anything.
Yeah.
But did you see they put a rail in now and made like a brick, like bump to bump at Four Seasons?
No, I'm down to see all the new stuff. So no.
Oh, they on the box. You know how there was like a long hubba on the side?
I guess.
Okay, they took that out and now it's like bricks.
Okay.
Bump to bump, just a little bump to bump
With
thing.
a gap or no? Just a pyramid, or
Just like a
the-
flat top.
Okay.
No gap in between.
Yeah.
But like a bump to bump.
Sure.
So like that looks fun. But then they put like, if this is the box, a rail like this. So like Felix
you know what? I did see him hit that rail.
I'm not going to fuck with that
no,
rail.
screw that. That
yeah.
Felix is getting so much better.
Well, he's the best.
always there.
Yeah, he's the best.
But yeah, dude, he just keeps on getting better and better.
We might see him today.
Probably.
But I'm not fucking with that. I want to
Me either.
maybe heel flip that bump to bump. Because like bricks, that sounds so cool. Like I love that sound.
Right.
It would feel so cool to do that.
Right.
That rail looks maybe board slided, but that rail looks fucked.
Yeah, that's another thing is like I don't again go there thinking I'm gonna do anything specific. So,
I don't have anything written down today.
Look at you.
Today I'm just like,
You're growing up.
well, no, I would, it's the same thing. It's just that structure. It's
Yeah.
like writing it down. It's just like, I have a goal.
Sure.
I want to.
No, I get it.
And
Well,
I
that's a
got,
good
you know,
thing.
last week I got the front side flip.
I know you sure did.
I was fucking stoked. On
With
two in
that
a
thing
row.
at the very end that you wanted to do, that one last try, was that on your list?
The one last try.
The one that hurt your hip and
that
elbow.
wall ride, that wasn't on the list.
See?
Really fucked up. I really fucked up.
Oh man. So I posted a bunch of other things, but I know you watched this. I thought was really pretty cool. The dinner and a movie. They're
Yeah.
doing that again with Midler this time.
Didn't last time, did they watch a skate video? I thought they watched an actual video.
No, it was the skate
It
video.
was a skate video.
Yeah,
It was
they
like
were
Baker
talking.
3 or something, wasn't it?
I'd have to go back and see which one it was, but yeah, I
Okay.
mean, it was definitely a skate
It
video.
was with Beagle.
I like that this one was with, yeah, exactly, like doing it with the filmer and
Mm-hmm.
one of the skaters, and then you get a little bit of backstory throughout. And I don't know, I thought it was a pretty cool.
This was
Pretty
just
cool video.
so topical.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, they're going to get into like, I'm down with
Yeah, I like that one. That was definitely worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
But man, there was a few other things that I had posted. Did you watch the revisiting the water tower?
I did.
with Jeremy Ray.
Yes, Jankum went back.
That was really cool because like it's such a huge gap.
He's still hopping fences.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I didn't realize the way that Rooftop had to do it on the bike was the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that until he was starting to talk about it because he had to like or just even the hopping over for the second try, dude, I think just seemed so much scarier.
And
I don't know.
he
He made the ollie look so easy. The jumping over, you have that little stutter step before you jump.
Well, he talked about that the jumping over scared him more.
That's what I
The
mean. I would
ollie-
agree.
The ollie, he's like, I know I'm going to be, if I go fast enough, I
Yeah.
know I'm going to make it. And I feel like the bike, I would be even more confident. I'd be
I
like,
guess,
I
but-
can like wrap this thing. Like I can
Yeah.
I can go faster than a skateboard.
But I don't. Did Rooftop do it first try? I mean, I think he had to then also jump back, but I don't think he bunny hopped
You think he
back.
jumped back with his bike?
They didn't show any of that, but when they
Yeah.
were talking about it, he was the only other guy to do that. Mm-hmm. But he had to do the other direction.
And he will be. I don't know if anyone, because there was, remember that they in that clip, there was a guy talking about, I went back, I was going to kickflip it,
Yeah.
and he's like,
It's
I didn't.
No.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
So I mean, I would like to see the little behind the scenes on Rooftops trip too.
Yeah.
Just getting up there is difficult.
Well, he said there's that famous clip of him like jumping the wall and like
Yeah,
kicking out.
yeah. Crazy.
Which I wouldn't even been able to do that.
I
No
know.
way. I would have thrown my back out right there, day
Right.
over.
Did you?
And he talked about like that was just supposed to be a basics day. That was supposed to be like do a nose slide, do an ollie.
Which he did still.
Yeah, and he did an ollie.
Yeah, they went to go.
He was practicing for the basics.
But they did go film that basics afterwards. Yeah, that was just a pit stop. Kind of crazy. Did you watch Elliot Slone's part for Birdhouse?
Oh my God. Okay,
Dude.
Jax was freaking out and I couldn't get through the whole thing.
The music was rough. I'm not a fan of the music.
No. The dog.
Oh, barking in it? He was-
No. Jax was just like, you know how when he becomes a dinosaur and just like he'll like twerk, he'll like rub his butt on the couch
Okay.
and then just go like wild and like attack us.
Was the video making him do that?
No, it was just when I was watching this video,
I'm
so I
trying to
couldn't
figure out what you're getting at.
I couldn't get through the whole thing. He was going nuts. But it starts with a backflip.
Yeah.
So already I'm
That's
like,
the beginning,
this is gonna be fucked.
dude. So gnarly.
Biggest pole jam ever?
It has to be.
Has to be.
Has to be.
Can you imagine?
Well. The distance possibly, because
Yes.
the pole jam itself was not that big.
No, it was short.
But the trick itself where he landed, absolutely. I mean,
Can you
that's
imagine like missing that or like
you're just
board falling over?
gonna be flying like Superman.
There's a net underneath, right?
I don't know about his, but some have nets.
I think there
don't
was.
know.
I think there was that green net.
Crazy, but what
Didn't at one point Bob Burnquist not have? He like took the net out.
maybe I don't know. You have
fucking
to have.
wild.
I mean, just to save your board and having to go all the way down, I think. Is
Oh,
for
you're
the
right.
Net too.
You're
You know,
right,
They
'cause
catch them there.
Braille. They did like a trip to.
Oh
do
my
you
gosh!
see
Yeah,
that?
they put out like. Do you see how many videos they made out of that one day?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But they were- I mean, they were
I
all
did
there all
watch some
day.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of it's with Bob, some of it's just them.
Yep.
Andy Anderson, I think, was there.
Yep.
Yeah. But what I liked on top of the amazing skateboarding, I mean, the song was just really heavy, and that's
Yeah.
fine, whatever. Is that he edited it too?
Yeah.
That's
That's
pretty cool.
That's really cool.
I mean, I like the hands-on stuff, but then you also get a taste of his music.
and
vibe.
he's insane.
He's so insane. The stuff he does is just so crazy. All the different weird transfers on the half pipe, not the mega ramp, are just
Well,
intense.
again, I didn't get through the whole thing. So
All right. Well, I mean,
I think
you'll have to go back and watch it.
I
then.
might have got like 30 seconds to a minute in.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't even think it's that long, but it's heavy.
Yeah.
Just because everything is so huge. He's a beast.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's
very
so
cool.
good.
But I did
Oh,
watch this one.
oh,
that
yes.
JART. How do you say his last name? It's
Oh my God,
Christian
I have no idea.
Krasimov. It looks like.
Dude, this guy is cool as ice.
Yeah, that guy style.
That backside flip on that thing, that's the thing Scheckler dropped in. You remember that?
I do remember that.
That backside flip, precision,
Precision.
and
It's
he's
only
fucking-
like 2 feet wide.
it's so narrow. And he's wearing glasses. He's wearing sunglasses. That's probably, he was just chilling
Yeah, he
that
was
day.
chilling. I don't really pay much attention to JART, but I watched this since you posted it. Man, good stuff.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I don't really either, but every time they come out with a dude, because Gustavo Ribeira, isn't he on JART?
Is he?
I think so. Because
I'm
I feel
not
like
positive.
that was like the first guy or like a couple years ago, and I'm like, holy shit, JART.
I'm not positive.
I remember seeing some JART
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know. I just saw something else with Alex Sargente, and everybody's like, "Why is he not pro yet for Plan B?" He seemed
Oh yeah,
like,
he just put out a part.
yeah, it's an AM part or something.
I wish he wasn't on Plan B. I remember watching that. And,
like
he was
stifling
on Raw AMs.
That's what it was. Raw
Yeah,
AMs. I'm like, how
indie.
is this guy not pro?
I don't like seeing those Plan B boards.
Mm.
I think Plan B's whack.
Who should he be on?
Who should... Alex Argente. Fuck.
He could be on Real with Zion.
And Willie Lara.
Mm-hmm.
But is Willie Lara even on Real? Is he for sure on? Because I've never seen any like ad or... I never see anything with Willie Lara.
He's so good, he doesn't need anything.
Well, I guess the same can be said about Alex Argente then.
I guess. It's just when I think of him, I think pro.
Which same thing with Evan Smith. Have you been seeing this? They're showing like little bits of like the Sodi trip.
Yes, I have seen some of the Sodi stuff.
Dude.
Yeah. Milton Martinez with the barefoot downhill?
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Yeah, that's a crazy
He's
trip.
still getting smoked.
Totally. Smokes.
Dude,
Dude, there's
who's
so
the dude?
much like
Omar.
I want to talk about here, but it's like we're like an hour already.
I know we're going heavy in this
Make
one.
that shit work, dude. By low, what do you call it? Low card. It's
I
a
didn't
new,
watch that at
it's a
all. I
new
didn't see that at all.
series that's right up my alley. It's just like DIY. Make that shit work.
Oh,
It's pretty cool.
Is an episode up or is
Yeah, this is the first episode,
Okay.
but that's a good one. Dude, what else? There was another thing that it was like the Eli Reed Out There. Did you see that?
Oh,
one
that
at
was
all?
very cool.
That was cool.
I didn't see. I know Eli Reed.
I had no idea he was Mr. Dancehall.
I did not see that
Yeah.
coming. And then the trip like ended
Yeah,
up
to
in
spend
Jamaica.
Yeah, that was cool. I never been
Okay.
to Kingston, but that was pretty cool.
Those dancers up in the bar. That place is wild.
That's that style. That's dancehall. Wine your body. That's a whole
two women upside down.
dude. That's
fucking gnarly.
look into it. That's nothing. Like it gets nuts, dude.
God. Oh, and I love that huge like Kingston dude, the like dancer got on the board.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's
that
so
whole
rad.
that whole little piece was cool.
Oh, and
and
of
his
course,
skating, man, just through all the the rough ass ground. That was cool.
and of course, I mean the thumbnail.
Exactly.
That fucking
exactly.
hippie
That
jump.
hippie jump. Although he did grab the fence. Does that still count?
That counts.
Does it?
Because that fence is fucking
It's tall.
huge.
Okay.
He didn't grab the fence.
He just kind of pushed off it.
Yeah.
Like he jumped over a fence.
Look at what the board's doing. That shows you how high that fence is.
I get it.
Yeah.
I
That
wanted to
board
make
is, like,
sure
flopping.
that it count.
It counts.
Okay.
Totally counts for me.
Good on you, Eli.
God damn.
All right, well, dude, let's get out of here. We're an hour in. Thank you again, Steezuz and Beagle, for being a part of episode 150.
Hell yeah, you my
thanks,
dogs.
Aaron, for being here. 150
yeah,
episodes. Love you, bro.
Love you, dog.
And we're gonna go skate at Four Seasons, and hopefully you're enjoying the footage of us skating there right now as we say goodbye. Peace.
And send us some love. 150.
Yeah, come on, send us some love. There you go. That's a sneeze from my dog to you. Skatosis.com. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Old Dude Skate Co.